Going live, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Welcome to the stream tonight, everybody. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It's time to get to work, and we still got some weekend time left, so that's cool. So you guys know what we're going to be talking about. Welcome to Advocates for Justice Paralegal School. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors, and today we're going to talk about a couple of things. Probably going to keep it kind of short because we've talked about this before, but we need to touch on it again because a lot of people are facing this. So we're going to talk about the eviction process so you understand the eviction process and how they do it. So once you understand the eviction process and how they do it, you will have a better understanding of what you need to be getting done. Now, also, I want to tell you guys, I put together it's like the steps that you're going to need to get through the program. And I'm working on that still, but I did post it on my blog page, and I also posted on a Facebook page. I made a video about it. I think the last video that I made was about that. So you guys can go back and take a look at it. And the steps are outlined. Now, these steps are going to help you guys work through the program, through the process. So these are steps along the way, things that you need to be getting done. So they're going to serve, and I'm working on this. I'm getting trained. Boy, am I. I'm getting trained to put my course together in a way that everything is mapped out that you have to do. And then I'm going to have the videos are going to be me doing these things that you have to do. So yeah, we have some big plans for the online course, and we're going to step it up and have it set up so you'll be able to see the steps that you have to go through and all of those things. So I got my eyes opened up when I signed up for this training on how to put an online course together. The first thing they wanted me to do was make a list of the steps. And when my coach told me I needed to make a list of the steps, you guys know what I told her. I told her she needed to go check out the instructional video. Of course, she looked at me like, what the hell? Yeah, so then I explained to her, that all I had was the instructional video. So I didn't have the steps listed out because I didn't think about all of that. You guys have to remember, when I'm doing this, I'm working from the backside, looking this way. So I'm learning how to look at it from the front so that I can put the material together so that it's easier for you guys to understand. Now, I'm the coach, and my job's not to make it easy for you, but the understanding part has got to be there. And right now, I'm working on that. So I'm working on getting the steps lined out and getting it set up so that you can watch the video of me going through the steps. So, and that's going to be a cool learning process for people like Kay, who called me tonight, and she is just getting started and looking at a cell and I don't know, in like a week or a few days or something. I don't remember. She called me right before stream time, so I had to cut her conversation a little short so that I could get here with my smiley face. Okay, my smiley face don't really like the light shining off of it. Now, today we're going to talk about the eviction process. But before we get started, I want you guys to please click on those ads. When you click on those ads, I get paid. I get paid for all this free help that I'm giving you guys. So click on the ads so that I get paid. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, and hit the like button, all those things. And share my videos. If you think we're bringing value to your table, hopefully you do, or you wouldn't be here. Share that video so other people can see it. So that would be cool. That helped me out a lot. Help me get new customers, and it will help your friends or the people that see it because they need help, and there's not very many options where you can go and learn how to do this yourself. So we got all the preliminaries out of the way. Let's just get right down to business. So today we're going to talk about the eviction process, and maybe we'll talk about how to handle when a judge does a judgment against you too. Maybe we get those two in. I want to talk about the things that are important that's going on now. And so that's what I see going on now. And you guys can communicate with me about what's going on with you and the situation. I talked to a guy that had been doing my stuff, Glenn from Illinois. Glenn called me from Illinois, and he had been following my program. I think he bought one of the packages when I first put him out, but he'd been watching my videos and stuff. And so I'm talking to him. He bought the 42 USC package because he wanted to go ahead and start holding them accountable for what they've been doing to him. So we talked for a few minutes, and it's pretty cool. So Glenn had been watching my videos, and he actually moved their attorney's foreclosure case over to federal court. Yeah, he did that on his own, and he made his own documents. So a removal document is pretty easy to make anyway. So that's what he did, and they were trying to send it back. So he called me, and he also was wondering if he needed to get the eviction stopper. I'm like, dude, if you got the 42 USC 1983, I think you're loaded for bear. I think you're going to be just fine. You need to do what you need to do and get that stuck in their face. So we talked, and then it came out that he had moved their case over to federal court, and that was pretty cool. It's really cool to talk to people that are actually using these things that we're learning how to do from the real-time feedback from people like Glenn. That feedback has allowed us to build this program that we're building now. I said building, we're not done. Yeah, we are not done. Oh, one of the things I wanted to do is I found out they denied my sister's restraining order in preliminary injunction. And I found out today that the preliminary injunction requires one or two additional things that usually aren't there when you're in just a simple situation to have a restraining order. So it got denied for that reason, and the judge also said that we couldn't prove nothing, and they were a little grumpy, but they had a real judge. They had the magistrate judge in our face, removing people from our. They removed the attorney's wife from our lawsuit, and well, we weren't happy with that. So we challenged the judge on it by objecting to his order, and then we recused him. So a new judge is on the case now, and they're really grumpy with us. So that's all right, because see, here's the thing. They're all over there sitting down talking, trying to figure out how to kick our butt and throw us out of court. Out of the ring. They're trying to throw us out of the ring, and we, hey, we ain't going out so easy. So we're still in there, and the lawsuit that she filed was one of the lawsuits in the package. It wasn't even my 42 USC 1983 civil rights lawsuit. So we're about to stick that in the face, and we told them that we were going to bring it, but they're just not used to getting punched in the face. I can say that they're not used to getting punched in the face. Okay, sorry. So let's just get rolling here. The eviction process. Now, the eviction court. Oh, there's a lot. Where do you start? The eviction court is a trick bag crap. It's sad. So eviction court can only make a determination on immediate possession. They cannot make a determination on a title dispute, and that's why we file a title dispute. Once you file your lawsuit, that's considered a title dispute, and that causes some problems for them. So eviction court can't make a determination on a title dispute. So if they can't make a determination on a title dispute, they shouldn't even be involved in it at all, because even the eviction is a title dispute issue, but they do it the way they do it because they can. And so what they do is they go in, and most people go into eviction court and they argue the same thing they were arguing in the other court, which is possession or whatever. And the eviction court will just laugh at you and they'll tell you, we don't want to hear that. And so you got 10 days. Look, it's not funny, but you got 10 days to get the hell off the property when you get done in eviction court. Now, eviction court should not even be involved if they can't make a ruling on the title dispute. But they have it there because you don't know that. So the other party shows up, and this is the trick bag part. The other party shows up, and they have this new fraudulent copy of the deed to show they're the new owners, which means that, you know, they paid or whatever at the sheriff's sale, whatever, and all that. So the judge looks at it and looks over at the homeowner and, well, what do you have? Well, I don't. Okay, it's not funny, but you guys see where I'm going with this. So now the homeowner has all of this stuff that has to do with the foreclosure. Well, we're not talking about the damn foreclosure right now. We're talking about the eviction process. And, oh, so what do you take to the eviction process? Well, I would take a file stamp copy of my title dispute lawsuit and shove it in their face. That's what I would do. But most people aren't prepared for that. And here's the thing. This is the trick bag part. If you showed up with your copy of the deed or the same copy that dude had, they're going to say they can't make a determination on a title dispute. That's what they're going to tell you. So the shit only works for them. I'm serious. That's the way they roll. So eviction court does not even have a judicial. In most places, the eviction court is down the street in municipal court. And it doesn't even have judicial authority to make a determination on anything pretty much that requires your constitutional rights, because municipal court, has anybody ever wondered why the hell municipal court's down the street and it's not connected to the state court? Why is it down the street? It has a whole different system, different clerks, everything. Why is that? Well, if you look at the municipal court clerk's manual, you will find that the municipal court gets its jurisdiction from the city ordinance. Yeah, that's crazy. From the city ordinance. So when can a corporation give itself judicial authority? But that's what's going on in municipal court right now all the time. So they don't have jurisdiction because, all the way down the line. But here's the thing. Municipal court is not a real court. And you're there because you consented to be there, pretty much. And so municipal court is going to do whatever they need to do. Now, if you figure out what I'm telling you, and you file a claim or whatever against a judge and against a municipal court and whatever in municipal court, then they're just going to sit there and leave it sitting on the table until they get the 10 days counted down to run your butt out off their property. And I say their property because the state is actually, in my opinion, based off of the signatures and the structure of their program, the state is the one that's foreclosing on you. And they already have your original deed in their office. They just need to get your butt out of their property. That's pretty much how I see it. If anybody sees it any different, let me know. And if you guys are watching, leave a comment so that I can see how many people are here. It helps me figure out what I need to be talking about and if I'm doing a good job. So to stop the eviction process, you have to have a title dispute filed in higher court. Now, what we're teaching people to do now is If you have a state court case going or eviction court or whatever, and you get in my program, what we're teaching people how to do is to take the lawsuit document out of the package, change the heading on the top so you can file it in state court, turn it into a counterclaim, add the judge and the attorney to it, and then file it as a counterclaim in their state case. That's what we're doing now. And that causes a bit of a problem because the attorney and the judge now have to lawyer up and spend some money, and they can't represent themselves. They can't litigate a case they're a party in, and they're not supposed to be able to represent other attorneys in the same firm, in the same corporation. It's considered pro se representation. So that's what we do to blow up that state case. Okay, that'll get you out on the 50-yard line where you can run some plays to the end zone. So that's how we want to do that. Now, you must file your lawsuit in the eviction court, like I just said, after you add everybody to it that's in the eviction. The people who signed the documents that are giving you a headache are the people that you need to have as your other party. Now, I didn't say plaintiff or defendant because that all depends. They're a plaintiff if you're in their stuff, you're there to defend it. If they're in your stuff, yeah, we got it all mixed up. So you got to keep it together so they don't use that to dismiss your stuff. So now we have the tools that allow you to file your lawsuit against a judge pretty much at the gate. And the judge, and I'm going to tell you this, the judge has a conflict. The judge don't have jurisdiction. Okay, we already know that. I'm not even going to talk about that. The judge has conflict of interest. The judge has a conflict of interest because the judge is being paid by the state, and the state is the one that's illegally in control of your property deed. And I say illegally because there's no law that forces you to put your deed in their office. So when you registered your deed in there, and when they registered your deed in their office, that allowed them to put the first illegal lien against your property. And the first illegal lien is the mortgage lien. And the reason it was illegal because, well, think about it. If there were several people that own property, everybody would have to be here to sign a lien against that property. So the fact that the alleged lender accepted your signature on the mortgage lien proves that you owned it, or somebody else would have to come and sign for you. So the judge has a conflict of interest because the judge is paid by the state. Now, the state committed real estate deed fraud when they failed to deliver your deed to you as mandated by the statutes, by the state statutes for real estate transfer. The real estate transfer laws mandate that your deed is supposed to be delivered to you, but they don't do that. They do their constructive delivery and they're registered in their office, and that allows people to access your property. And my question is, if your deed is not in their office, if your deed's not in their office, can they prove that there was a mortgage lien against the property? I'm thinking they can only do the lien if they have control over your deed. So the number one thing that you guys need to be doing if you're facing the eviction process is making sure that you go after, Golden Gate says, I like this. Golden Gate, you're new here, Golden Gate. No, Golden Gate, I'm not an attorney, and I don't want anyone to even think that I'm an attorney. As a matter of fact, I would rather people use the N-word. Yeah, I'm just going to say it before you call me an attorney. No, I'm not an attorney. I am a legal coach, a paralegal. I'm a person that don't like attorneys, and this is what I'm doing about it. I'm teaching other people how to get in their face. And attorneys don't do what I do. My YouTube channel here, I give away free information. I give away free information all day long in all my 320 something videos. And nobody's doing that. My goal is to make money from the ads. So click on the ads or somebody's going to be running. I called your neighbor and said, click on the ad, please. Okay, sorry. So that's how this goes, Golden Gate. No, I'm not an attorney, but I love teaching people how to punch attorneys in the face. I can say that, right? Yeah, my legal team don't like it when I tell people to punch people. But if I say it in the right way, they don't, yeah. So that's what we do here. Are you in foreclosure, Golden Gate? Are you facing foreclosure or third party debt collection turning in your face? Because we got what we need. We have what you need to take care of most of those problems. And there you go. There is a link to a website where you can go and get the fire that you need. Okay, so Ladybug Cat. I'm not an attorney, Ladybug Cat, but commercial property, as far as I know, is purchased the same way. Everything is done the same. I don't think there's anything different. I purchased a commercial property before, and it was done the same way it was when I purchased the house. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it applies, because basically what you're going to learn here is not case law or none of that crap. What you're going to learn here is how to protect yourself from the courts, from violating your due process, and their attorneys from stepping on your face. Yeah, that's what you learn here. So it has nothing, and the attorneys give me a hard day. Well, in the past, nobody's in my face right now. It's funny how it goes when you start learning how to sue people. They sit the hell down and leave you alone. But the attorneys want to get in your face, and it's well, the information, Golden Gate, is on my YouTube channel. I have 300 and something, 320 videos or whatever that are sectioned in different playlists. And the instructional video playlist is the only place where you can find the instructional videos. The other videos are training videos. I have a playlist for tips and strategies in court, and I have a playlist for controlling the attorney in court, and a playlist of how to smack how to handle the judge. I can't say smack the judge in court, how to handle it. There's a playlist for everything. Now, what you guys need to remember also is when you're looking at my YouTube channel, the title of the video, the first part of the title is what I use, so YouTube will show rank my video, because I have a small channel and I have to find certain words or they'll never show my video. The second part of the title is subject matter or whatever that we're going to be talking about. So I just want to share that with you guys. So no, Golden Gate, I don't help you. You help yourself here. And you go to the website, you can get the lawsuit package that you need, or I have an online course that I put together for property owners and paralegals, and some homeowners are using it too. I think I have like 89 people or something in the judicial foreclosure, and the non-judicial, not quite as many, like maybe 25 or something. It's relatively new. So the online course is the bomb, and I've got several really great reviews from clients in the online course. So I can coach you in using my program. That's pretty much what I do. And I'm real careful about how I say things. I don't promise people shit. At the end of the day, Some people get scared and give up and go sit down, and my program shouldn't take a hit because people don't have the courage to step up and do whatever it takes. So that's all I got to say on that. Now, the other thing, let's finish up on the eviction thing. So when you're in the eviction court, you need to make sure you jam up the judge and the people who signed, and you file your counterclaim in there after you add them to it in their mess. So basically, you're adding the attorneys and the judge to the attorney's lawsuit and shove it in their face. And I have the guy that Glenn, he moved their case over to federal court. Same thing my sister did too. So yeah, that was wild and crazy because they don't know what the hell to do. But here's the thing though, in the eviction court, the most important thing is to end that eviction court process. And you're not going to do it by filing stuff in the eviction court. You have to move the eviction court case over to state court. See, because you're not in a real court. So if you file a complaint, you file whatever, they're just going to leave it sit over there because your ass don't know that they're not in a real court. Why should they do anything? They don't have to. All they got to do is stall for 10 days. Yeah, so you have to move it out of there and move it over to state court. Or if you have your federal lawsuit files, you can move all of that crap over to federal court and connect it with your federal court case. If you're going after them for 42 U.S.C. 1983, you have to make sure you add the state, because the state is the one that's in charge of your property, that commandeered your property deed illegally. And if you get to go before the judge and talk about this, what you need to do is explain to them what I just said. Judge has conflict, state has your deed illegally, the state pays the judge. I'm pretty sure that the judge is not going to be fair, and so in the state court judge. So that's one of the reasons why you move into federal court anyway. And so yeah, federal court they try to get out of it because they don't want the poop over there. I don't want that stink over there. But you got to move it. You have to move the eviction court process some damn where. Okay. You got to take it out of there and move it somewhere. You got to go somewhere with it. Because if you just leave it there, they're just going to leave it sit on the table and keep slapping you in the face. So that's the most important thing. You need to make sure that you move the eviction case out of eviction court. And basically what I do is I make a removal document, and notice of removal. That's what it said, notice of removal. Comes now, blah, 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 here to remove this case and over to whatever. And you file it in state court or federal court first. And then you file a file stamp copy of it in the state court, while they're over there trying to figure out how they're going to handle being sucked into their own lawsuit, their own mess. And so those are the kind of things that you learn around here, how to punch these people. Okay, they're getting a little jumpy over there. Okay, that's what you learn around here. You're going to learn how to use their system and shove it back in their face. So the other thing I want to talk about real quick before it's time to head out, you guys like my new champion shirt, Kansas Jayhawks, NCAA champions. Yeah, I'm talking crap like I play. No, I was cheering for him. I graduated from KU and played football in the 80s, so I'm like married to him. I love him in the eye, so yeah, there you go. So that's enough about me. So let's talk about the last thing, how to handle the judge. Anytime the judge puts out an order slamming your stuff, I object to it and put your reasons why you're objecting to it. And if the problem is the judge is intentionally trying to help them, like in Glenn's case, where they told him that the Rooken-Feldman doctrine barred him. Well, the Rooken-Feldman doctrine is some crap that says that a state court plaintiff can't use the federal court as an appeals court. But see, here's the thing. That's written out for the plaintiff in state court, not the defendant. the defendant who's facing wrongful foreclosure has up to, I think, 5 or 7 years to bring your claim after they take your stuff. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's crazy. And so I spelled it out. So you guys, if they're coming to the table with some junk that we already talked about, like I have videos on that Rooken-Feldman doctrine, and actually all of the packages have the Rooken-Feldman lawsuit that you can file against the judge for doing that. So yeah, and there's one other doctrine they use back east, and it's the same thing. It was made for the plaintiff in state court. Now, if you guys are facing these situations where the judge is trying to throw your stuff out, you need to bring it to the group and post it in the group. So, hey, and what I'd like to see is you post in the group what, okay, so the judge is ordered to dismiss my stuff because of this, and he's wrong because of this, and this is what I'm doing about it. Now, when you come to the table like that, anybody else in the group can look at what you're, and okay, well, I think you probably should do this next. And then people can see where you're at and can come up with some ideas for you that you can understand and implement like right away. So, and helps me be able to see where you're at in the process so that I can say, okay, well, great, but you need to be thinking about this, or you need to make sure that you get the state court crap stopped before you move on or whatever. And that's what the group is for. That's what the group is for. Now, we're not going to say, okay, well, the judge dismissed my stuff. That's what people write me. So what do you want me to do about it? I can't help you because you haven't shared anything with me that I need to understand anything. The judge dismissed my stuff for failure to state a claim. I went to your website and I looked up how to state a claim in the how to state a claim playlist. I watched the videos in that playlist and I redone my thing and stuck it back in their face. So, and this is what we use this information. We've used this information to build the program that we have now. So that's what we've been doing with our other Facebook page. So you guys can get a little bit of coaching and bring to the table what they're trying to do to you so that we can see and maybe come up with an idea that we can use to slam the door shut and put some screws in it. That's the way we like to roll. So whenever the judge rules against you, you want to object. And then I'd ask for reconsideration in a different document. This opens it up for another ruling. And then if it's blatant, like in Glenn's case, where the judge is just flat out lying, then you might want to recuse the judge or something else. I don't know. You guys can figure out something. So you guys let me know what you think about our subject tonight and give me some hints, some tips. Send me an email or hit me up on Facebook on some different things that you'd like to talk about, that you'd like to see me talk about. And if I think, now remember, we do non-conventional stuff, not their conventional crap, not their, okay, I'm sorry, Golden Gate. Thank you. That's a very nice compliment. The law school I went to was the school of hard knocks. Yes, I learned what I know. Well, how can I put this? My motivation came from the government attacking my family. So that's all I got to say on that. And no, they're not bothering my family no more. But we went through a lot, and that's my motivation for what I do here. I'm teaching you guys how to kick these attorneys in the face. So this is my therapy for what they put me through. And I love it. So I didn't know if you guys, can you tell that I'm enjoying myself? And it's really cool to get phone calls from people. I got a phone call from Erica. Erica is in Alaska, and she called me really late one night, and she was like having the music turned up, and she said that her and her boyfriend were having a little party because they were facing the eviction process, and they used to document the lawsuit against HOA, and HOA went and sat the hell down. So she let me know that anytime I'm in Alaska, if I bring my family to Alaska, I have a place to stay. And so I said, thank you very much, but Black people don't go to Alaska. So, I was telling my friend this, and my friend's like, well, it's not cold in Alaska all the time. I said, well, there's two problems. The other problem is I don't really want to go someplace where there's stuff that could eat me. Okay, I'm 6'7". Okay, and there's stuff there that could eat me, like a lunch. Okay. So yeah, but that was pretty cool that she took the time to call me and to let me know. So you guys that are still in your house, send me a picture. I don't know. Standing just a picture of your house if you don't want to. Send me a picture of the damn neighbor's house. It don't matter. If you use my stuff and you're still in your house, send me a picture so that I can post it. Oh, Golden Gate, my story is very long. I made a video a little bit about it, but I don't really want to get into it right now. Someday I'll make a video about it, and you guys can. My story lasted like over 7 or 8 years, and members of my family ended up spending some time in a camp because of the lies and the fraud that went on. So, but the good thing that came out of it is that I found out that I'm really good at this. So. And nothing more enjoying for me than teaching somebody how to punch a lawyer in the face. But actually, not literally. I mean, not literally. Sorry, I said the wrong word. So this is enjoying to me, teaching people how to get up in these attorneys' faces and defend your property. So, and I'm a family man, and I'm working for the family. I'm blessed, and I'm trying to share. Now, make sure you guys click on those ads and send me an email about what you think that I should discuss in my next stream next week. And who knows, maybe if I pick your subject to discuss, I'll send you a free lawsuit package. How about that? Now, this is April the 9th. And I've learned that I have to put a date in here because people will see this next year, and I don't think that it's still on. So on April 9th, that'll be next Saturday. That day, we're going to do this on that day. If people send me something before that day and I choose to talk about what you sent me, you'll get the prize. And on the 9th, that program will be done. So don't call me on the 10th. I'm looking for something. I'm going to say no. Run laps. Okay, sorry. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you for the privilege of sharing your time. And Golden Gate has another question here. No, Golden Gate. What you learn here, you should watch some of my YouTube videos. What you learn here has nothing to do with their process, and you can't mix what we do here. You can't mix with their instinct, because if you do, that opens up the door for arguing. Their system is structured for arguing, and when the arguing's over, their buddy judge gets to help them. So we like to go in with stuff they don't want to argue about. That's how we do that. So no, loan modification is a waste of your time. And I'll tell you why. It's a waste of your time because you have to expose yourself. Once you provide them with your banking records and they find out that you have more stuff going out than you got coming in, Okay, so you see what I'm saying? They use this loan modification BS to disqualify homeowners all day long. People are running around thinking, oh, they're going to work with me. They're going to help me. And they're going to help us. We got this. Well, okay, so look, if they wanted to help you, don't you think they would have done that before they filed the foreclosure and told you they're taking your shit and kicking your family out in the street? I think they would. If they wanted to help you, they would have been doing it already. They wouldn't be taking your shit. So what they do is they tell you, oh, we don't loan modification. And then they, okay, we need this and we need that again. And you didn't send us that. Oh, yes, I did. No, I sent it registered mail. Oh, well, we'll find it somewhere. How many days is it to the eviction? How many more days we got to stall? Because that's all they're doing. Golden Gate, they're stalling. They're going to stall you out and make you stand down to give them time to get their ducks lined up in a row. That's what they're doing. Now, I haven't talked with very many people, maybe 2 or 3, and I've been doing this for a minute, that said that the loan modification actually helped them stay in their house. Now, it didn't help them because when they restructured all that shit, now they're paying more now than it was then. So why is that? Well, that's what you do. They're going to take your money and throw you under the bus. So we don't mess around with a loan modification. I tell people, stop wasting your time. What I've learned how to do here is cut to the chase. We've learned how to cut to the chase because we don't have time. We're not saving stuff to go to court to have. We ain't doing none of that. Donna, when Tanya says, did the steps change for the non-judicial foreclosure? So, honestly, Tanya, there was no steps. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, there was a process in the video that you go through on how to file the documents, but no, the steps weren't there. So, and no, the steps haven't changed because they weren't there. So nothing in the video has changed. Well, okay, some things have changed. One of the things that have changed is you have to learn how to state a claim. And I have how to state a claim playlist. And I think maybe 4 or 5 videos in that teach you how to state a claim. And I have a PDF in there also that you can copy and paste in your browser that'll open up. And it'll have everything, notes on all of the stuff that you need to properly state a claim. So I'm telling, now, if you have enough facts in your document, you shouldn't have to do that, but this is what the attorney's whining about. So we're going to close the door and screw it shut. So I'm going to say, no, nothing really changed except the additional things that we've added, like how to state a claim. Is one of the things I can think off the top of my head. Oh, one of the other things is on the restraining order, we're going to remove the preliminary injunction. We don't want the injunction because I found out after in my sister's case that the injunction, when you move for the injunction, there's a couple of things that have to take place. And most of the time, if it's just a simple restraining order to stop them from doing something that hasn't already damaged you, then they're not going to let you go with that. So we need to take that off of the restraining order and just follow a simple restraining order. So those are the 2 steps. Hey, Steve, how are you doing, buddy? Yeah. Either way, Steve, you're right, and either way, you're going to take it in the shorts if you play their game. So that's pretty much how that works. Thanks for coming into the stream tonight. I appreciate you guys coming. Well, yeah, it's temporary because you're trying to you're trying to stop them from like selling your house or whatever before you're done in court, before the matter is settled in court. So you're asking for a temporary restraining order. Now, the preliminary injunction is when you do the whole thing forever and they can't, so that's a little much. And we're finding things out and we're making changes, and that's what we're doing. And this program was figuring it out and making some changes because we're willing to do whatever it takes. So if you're willing to do whatever it takes, it's not going to be a problem. So thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I'll see you guys in the next video. That way, the next video. Good night, everybody.